Hi everybody, my cat's side here. This isn't actually really a video for anybody to watch. I make this video for my friend Maddad, who just started playing Dota, and I'm just going to analyze a few of his minutes. So if you're coming back and you see this, probably not going to watch it. It's not all that exciting. Anyway, here we go. So we're watching his very first game of online Dota ever played. So the first thing I want to talk about is your character, Luna, that's fine. And just to start off the bat is your item choices. So I can't see what the recommended items are for Luna, but the first item you picked is boots, which I'm sort of okay with because two of their enemy heroes have slows, the life stealer and the troll, and the stun from Legion could all kind of help you. So I'm not totally opposed to the boots, but usually with a carry player like Luna, you don't want to start with boots because you'll probably have a support in the lane to try and help you. Again, this is very low beginner Dota, so that's not necessarily true, because looking at the enemy team, they have 5 late game essentially carries, maybe 1 support maybe. Anyway, so your items, the boots I'm okay with, but for the most part you don't need to start with the boots. Next item you got is Smoke of Deceit, and you do not need to get this as a carry Luna player. What it does is it makes you invisible until you get close to an enemy, and then it breaks the invisibility and they can see you. So you try and use this when you're trying to sneak up on people to kill them, and watching it, you do sort of try something that later. It looked kind of more like a lane switch, but you definitely don't need Smoke of Deceit. And the last item is a healing salve, and that's definitely okay. Get one of those. My suggestion is, how much are smokes? 150. Yeah, you don't have enough money to get. I would probably not get the boots and maybe go like Tango, Salve, and you could start getting building for your next item, which is probably going to be a Ring of Aquila, which is made up of the Wraith Band and the Ring of Basilia. So you could start getting some of the smaller items from the Ring of Basilia, so maybe a Circlet or Slippers of Agility. But the boots are okay. They're not horrible. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put this on your view. We're going to go ahead and start it up. Alright, we're going to speed it up here just a little bit until you actually start moving. Alright, so it looks like you're going middle lane, which isn't terrible. You're looking down here. Pudge could have worked in the middle lane. Bristleback could have worked in the middle lane. I mean, it's not a huge deal that you went middle lane. I know you end up switching. The only other thing that you could be doing right now is you see all your teammates up here going to get the bounty. There's another bounty right over in this area where my mouse cursor is down on the map. So you could have waited there for that. Alright, so it does look like your Pudge is going to go to the bottom lane. So here's where he's getting that rune, right here on the map. He's going to go to the bottom lane, so it's going to be Pudge and Lich in your off lane, and you're going to be middle lane, which is fine. Alright, so you get to middle lane, and it appears that no one else is going to be against you, so you're going to get your last hits. Alright, good. Waiting on the next one. Now if I could make one suggestion, if you notice you're standing still, like waiting for the next last hit, like this guy that you're targeting right here isn't going to be low for a little bit, and you're just standing perfectly still, which makes you very predictable, and there's certain spells that can hit you, and if you're standing still it's really easy to hit you. So maybe run your character back up here and wait until they're a little bit lower and then run down and hit them. or at least just move back and forth like around here so that you're just not in the exact same spot the exact same time. It takes a little bit of practice timing the last hit compared to just standing still, but when you play certain heroes, you're going to die a whole lot less than just standing still in lane. Alright, good last hit. Alright, so not bad. You got, what, I think three last hits on the first wave, maybe four? 4 last hits, that's really good. Alright, the next thing I want to talk about is your camera positioning. If you can see, you're looking at all the space that's on your side of the map. When in fact, you could scroll your camera down somewhere around like here. So that means you can see this area down here, you can see this area down here, and you still have a little bit of space that you can see up behind here to see if anybody's coming behind you. But your camera mode is just a little. I'll switch back to yours. You can see this, and you can kind of see up here, but like this stuff isn't as critical, so you can maybe move it a little bit further down to the left. Alright, that's good. Back off. There's not really a reason for you to stand there. Alright, come back up. You still don't have anybody against you in the lane, which is fine. It makes it really easy. So you can probably be a little bit more aggressive and be up on the top of this cliff right here till you see somebody. Alright, now you finally have somebody in lane. Now you can back up, which you start to do, which is good. Alright, perfect. That's really good spacing. I like your camera angle. And now all of a sudden you have 2 people in lane. Alright, let's go back and talk about what you just did right there. Alright, so you casted your Lunar Blessing. Or sorry, Lucent Beam. Which has... which costs 90 mana and has a 6-second cooldown, and it does, let's see, 75 damage, and he's only gonna take 75% of that. So you didn't really do very much damage to him, and you wasted almost a third of your mana to do that. You could save these. Let's back up here a second. Alright, so they're going to come into lane. Now what we can do is you could use that Lucent Beam on this creep right here, and then you get definite gold. You'll kill him no matter what. I'd say that's probably a little bit better than using it on the enemy at that point, because you're not going to do much damage, and there's 2 of them, so you're not going to do enough damage to them using the Lucent Beam from the beginning to scare them out of lane. So you could use it to get a creep kill, or you could just play a little bit safer, because these 2 can kill you. This Life Stealer can slow you down, and this Vengeful Spirit can stun you. So the Life Stealer could slow you down and get hits on you, and then as soon as his slow wears down, they could stun you and probably get a couple more hits. They might not be able to kill you right away, but they'd be pretty close. Which is why when I said I wasn't against the boots, I'm not, because I don't think that'll help you stay alive. But at some point you just used your smoke, and I don't know where you used it. I missed that. Huh. Anyway, okay, so it looks like you have your Power Treads is your next item that's supposed to be coming up. So, alright, so we'll hit play again. So just watch the Lucent Beams on Harassing. You know, you could save those when they get a little bit lower to try and get the kill when they're out of your attack range, or if you have enough other people doing damage, then you could use it to harass. But in this case, I'd use it to try and get last hits, because you have to be scared of them killing you. Alright, so this guy doesn't actually know. I don't know what he's skilled, but I don't think he actually knows. Alright, at this point, yeah, back up to the tower, because otherwise you're going to get hit by all the creeps. There you go. Yeah, this is good spacing. This is really good. Good last hit. Almost, just missed it. Yeah, like, see, that did almost no damage, and you missed the last hit on this creep down here. Like, you could have used that Lucent Beam to get the last hit down there. Alright, at this point, yeah, I would back up. Again, this guy, he's not using his spells correctly, but that's fine. Alright, so at this point, yeah, I think you switch lanes. So this was right, the Pudge gave you that regeneration rune, that was the right call, and I don't even think it's a bad idea for you guys to switch. So you're going to go bottom. I don't know if you were trying to switch or if you were trying to get a kill down there, but if you're trying to get a kill, watch what you do when you come up. You're going to run, and you're just going to run right in the lane, right? So now, anybody that the other team knows you're there. What you could do instead is you could run up and hide behind these trees and wait till see if somebody shows up for a little bit, or if you weren't even trying to get a kill, you were just lane switching, what you did was fine. Alright, looks like you already bought your Gloves of Haste, so that's good. And then you're just, I guess, down here to get last hits. I don't know where the rest of their teammates are. Oh yeah, I do, because I can see it. Let me go back to your view. Alright, so now you see how you're pretty low on, sorry, there you go. You're pretty low on life. There, that's why I couldn't see it. I was on the wrong person. Alright. There you go. Use your Salve. That was a really good time to use your Salve. I completely agree with that. Doing fine on last hits. You're just missing a few. It's not. It doesn't help that the Lich is hitting it as well, but that's sort of what happens. Okay, like that wasn't a bad Lucent Beam, because they're low on life, and giving that extra little bit of harass kind of scares them out of lane a little bit. So I'm not against that one. Just the ones at the beginning you probably could use for last hits. Alright, at this point you could probably come down and get one, like what Lich is doing, get maybe 1 or 2 hits on the tower. It's not critical, but you might have been able to get here too. Doesn't really make that big of a difference.
Gift from the goddess.
Alright, so now you have 2 people in lane, and that's fine. You kind of just keep playing the lane. Like there, you could use the Lucent Beam and probably gotten a kill. Go to free camera, let's turn it back. Alright, so watch, Lich is going to use his spell, and if you were up there, you could have dropped your spell, and yeah, you could have probably gotten a kill. But, you know, just kind of keep an eye on their enemy lights. Like, that would have been a good time for Lucent Beam, but see, you were short. You didn't have enough mana to do it. You know, if you didn't use that one on the first guy, it might have, you would have had enough to do it on that to get a kill. Alright, so back to your view. Alright, you're getting a little low. Okay, so here's what I was looking at wrong. I was looking at what Vengeful Spirit was doing. So like here you have this 900 gold sitting around. You could use it to buy, let's see, those 2 would get you part of your Ring of Aquila. You could start buying your Power Treads, which are Gloves of Haste and Belt of Strength, and you can get both of those from the side shop, which is right here. So you don't even have to go back to base to get those, and you could just stop. You could just stop back and get them. But you're pretty low on life, and I think you actually go back and heal up at the shrine, which is a good move. But just be aware that you know, have an idea what your next item is going to be. You can drag an item down here, or even if you're in player's perspective, like your view, when you get this default guide, you can just move it down here, and it should drop into this. And you'll know if you have enough money because there'll be gold around the boxes like this. So you could have something, or you know you're low, so you could send out another tango or salve if you really really needed it. But I think what you do is actually the right move. I think you go back and heal up at the shrine here in a little bit. Oh no, I remember what happens. All right. So as soon as he starts spinning, it was so close. You almost got the kill. It was just really risky because you were on, you know, you were on just about half health when you went in here to fight two heroes. And you almost get him, but just not quite. So it was going to be a hard kill, but you almost got there. Just I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I think you're gonna buy some items now. Let's see, what do you buy? Anything? A TP scroll. All right, that was the right move, but you should have picked up some other pieces like your boots or your belt. All right, back to lane.
That's for me.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, so, alright, if you watch, like you run up to that lane, and all your creeps die, and you're gonna stay, but you're getting hit by this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy, and you watch, like you just came from main base, and you're already missing 200 health. So over a quarter of your life is gone just from trying to kill these creeps, and all you had to do is step back and wait for them to get there. Let's see what now. So yeah, so now you'd almost have your power treads finished for most of the Ring of Aquila.
Dire have fortified their structures.
And even though you started pretty good on your last hits. You're at 11 last hits up here in this corner. You can usually see, I think you can see your last hits maybe down here. Maybe they are up here now. If you're at 30 by 10 minutes, like that'd be pretty good, especially just starting off. Alright, so here we go. Here's what we can look at. This takes a little more awareness, but you're sitting down here by yourself. You're waiting for these creeps to die. And then you look on your map and you just see this mess of characters just sitting right here. Alright, if we go look at that, we can see 1, 2, 3, 4 of their characters are at the middle lane trying to get a kill on your Pudge. So what that tells you is you can try and push this wave and try and get some damage on the tower. So instead of just standing around waiting to get the last hits, put pressure on this tower and punish them for sending 4 guys to the mid, because now there's nobody to defend this tower. Now if you see people start coming in, you probably want to back up. But as long as you see 4 people on the map or all those arrows there, you're probably not going to die, and you can start to get some damage actually onto the tower. So you're going to last hit here, which is fine, but you could have gotten, like you definitely could have stayed, gotten that kill on this guy right here, and which you're going to get anyway because he's going to come, but you might have been able to get 1 or 2 hits on the tower. Now this line, definitely, when it comes up, like, there's still 2 or 3 people mid. Like, you could try and pressure this. So try and maybe get, like, start hitting them. But actually your last hit on this the last hits on these waves have actually been pretty decent. But yeah, you should be attacking this right now and trying to push it in a little bit. And once it gets under tower, you know, you get a couple hits, and then you can back off to where your creep wave is when it looks like yours is about to die. Yeah, like still no one's down there. No one showed up. Like you could have gotten a lot of hits on the tower. Like they're just fighting and dying mid, and your team's doing okay without you there. But you could have gotten a kill on this. Maybe not a kill on this tower, but... Alright, now this guy's there. Now you don't know who else is there, you run. That's the right move. And this is where you go heal up at the shrine, I think. Which is also... I'm okay with that. Alright, I think you're going to go back to lane. Is that what I think you're going to do?
Under attack.
So back to the bottom lane down here is what I think is you're going to do. But I'm going to stop it at that because it's probably about 12 minutes and that's all I really wanted to... Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, you're buying items. Okay, so you just got your Ring of Akila, you're sending it out, or you got part of your Ring of Akila, I think, and you're sending it out. Which is, that's fine. Alright, so come down, kill these creep waves, and I think you're going to get in a fight here. And then we'll stop it right after this fight. Yeah, oh, okay, you got your whole Ring of Akila. Good. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to run, I think you're going to get in a fight with the Juggernaut, and you're really close to playing it well. You just, like, sort of messed it up. As far as your skill build, I'm totally okay with that. I think that's perfectly fine. Like getting all these points is, I think that's fine.
Killing spree!
Alright, same thing. Like there's... Okay, yeah, you're gonna get in the fight with the Jug here. Alright, so use your Lucent Beam, that's fine, kind of scares them off. I mean, again, you didn't really need to use it. So he's going to use this thing where he spins in circles. And you drop your ultimate. Unfortunately, when he does that spin, he is invulnerable to magic damage. So he's not going to take any damage. Which is terrible because you just wasted your ult on it. All you had to do was run up, and if he keeps following you, then you should be able to drop it. But let's see what happens. So you use your ultimate, doesn't do hardly any damage. Now if you use it now, he's dead. Like if you do it as soon as his spin wears off, he dies. And that's probably just you don't know what the spin does, but it makes him essentially, he can't take any sort of magic damage. Anyway, I'll stop there. Text me, let me know what you think. Bye.